Welcome to another episode of Kraken's Garage. I'm your host Eric. Today we're going to talk about the TnT 135 and the error in the speedometer. It's pretty bad on this bike. We're going to do hook up a GPS. I'll roughly show you how I did that up as a temporary install. And I'll run probably two different speed variants, probably around 30 miles an hour and 60 miles per hour. Compare what the speedometer says compared to what actually shows up on the GPS, and we'll measure the error in the speedometer. Today I'm going to show you how to make some changes through your dashboard on your bike that can get it closer to what the actual speed is for free without having to buy a device on Amazon that's going to cost you $70 to correct your speedometer. So let's get to it. What I did was run a pigtail for a generic connector plug that I can hook up a battery tender to, or a battery charger or something of that nature. Now on Amazon they sell, or actually Battery Tender themselves sells, a USB device that plugs right into that harness. In the end, you can plug in anything USB as a charging port. In this case, I'm going to be charging up my GPS unit. We'll plug this right in. Plug it into the GPS, install our seat, and there you have it. We have our power to our GPS. So we're all good to go there. Let's power that off so it doesn't wear out the battery. I'm going to make two runs today, one at 30 miles per hour and one at 60 miles per hour, and we'll see what the GPS says. Okay, let's run it up to 30 miles per hour and see how she does. And the maximum speed was 25 miles per hour. It was off by 5 miles per hour. At 60, she's doing 51 miles per hour. Alright, so we're off 9 miles per hour. Today, I'm going to show you how to reset your speedometer gauge cluster to read a little more accurately. Let's get to it. Okay, we're going to go through this process really quick because otherwise it times out on me. So you can always stop and pause the video. Holding the two buttons down, turn your power on. You get CC. Hit the bottom button one time, twice, you get the number 1. Hit the top button, it shifts over to the next character. Press the lower button till you get the number 2. Press the top button again. Press the lower button till you get the number 3. Perfect. Press the top button one more time. F120 using the same method the way we changed it on the first screen. Hit both buttons together, keep them held down, and she's reprogrammed. Okay, I've cleared out the navigation trip settings, all reading 0. Let's run her up to 30 miles an hour. there's 30 miles an hour. Maximum speed 29 miles per hour, so she's almost bang on. Let's take her out. And check the top end. Alright, let's run her up to 60 miles an hour and see what she shows. Whoop, hitting the rev limiter. $57, 60, so at 56, hang on. Can't see the screen with the sun shining on it. So at 50, she's reading about 1 mile per hour fast. Not bad. That's a win in my book. $57, 56 showing, 58. Okay, there's 60 miles per hour indicated. When I find a safe spot to pull over, we'll check what she was reading on the nav. Maximum speed 60 miles per hour. She's absolutely spot on. Hell yeah. Good stuff. So that brings us to a close of another video that I think was definitely successful. The winning combination for me in US miles per hour. I do not know if it translates over well to kilometers per hour for the rest of the world, but on your first screen, it should read CC123. I'll post that up on the screen. And when you get to the next screen, the F screen, it should read F012.0. Put in that formula and I'm within, if I'm not exactly on, I'm within 1 mile per hour of where it should be. So amazing stuff that we're able to program our speedometer to fit different types of wheels, wheel sizes, tire sizes, and in this case, fresh out of the box from the factory, get it dialed in so it's reading the proper miles per hour as it should. I will put one caveat in there. I made the statement with my initial review of the Benelli TnT 135, and I stated that the motor is amazing and it'll sustain 60, 65 miles per hour. That statement isn't exactly true. Now that I can see exactly what it is doing, it will sustain 60 miles per hour. It will get up to 165 with the proper conditions, maybe slightly downhill, not fighting the wind, and slipstreaming behind that fairing a little bit. So 60 miles per hour is kind of its happy space with the stock gearing. Later on down the road, we'll mess with the gearing and see what kind of results we get there as well. Others have had some success, but for the most part, the group on Facebook forums for the Benelli TnT 135 state, it's pretty much tuned perfectly with the current sprockets to get the most out of this motor. So still amazing. To me, at 135 cc's, I can cruise at 60 miles per hour. So super happy. 2 thumbs up from Kraken on this one. Another successful video. Hopefully it helps one of you folks out there, if not a bunch of you folks, to maybe get your bike dialed in. One thing I would like to say though is several people have got in there and got to fishing around trying to correct those numeric values on the speedometer. If you don't do it correctly, I have heard reports of the deactivation of the tachometer. I have seen reports of all kinds of whacking things happening to their screen. You must follow these directions to the letter and do exactly. The other trick is when you're pressing both buttons when you're done programming and you press both buttons to put it in memory, you gotta be careful. If you hit one button before the other one, it will change one of the digits. You have to simultaneously hit them at the exact same time. I hope that helps you out. And here's my ghost, once again, saying if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button down in the corner, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, folks, go run when you can, because it's good for ya!